Hello there ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here and it's time for yet another Montreal Canadiens NHL 94 video today. It is the Stanley Cup final of course now, we're into the final straight, we're nearly done. 1-0 up against the Los Angeles Kings, as you can see there. We beat them 6-2 in the first game in the final. And now we are looking to emulate that again, make it 2-0 here, and the Stanley Cup is nearly heading back where the Montreal fans believe it belongs, in Canada and Montreal. But yeah, this will be interesting to see. They played some fantastic hockey in the first game, Los Angeles. Sound like a broken record, but at times the teams that I play on this game, the teams that I play against, you know, do pepper my goal with shots, but with Patrick Roy in the nets, kind of feels like I'm cheating at times. But then again, we were effective on the counter and we were clinical in the first game. What is going to happen in the second? Thomas Sandstrom means they're going to break away early on, and Patrick Roy was sprawled out there as Brian Bellows hits a shot. Oh, and Kurt Muller. Who am I to criticise a man of his standing, but could he have taken a shot there? He decided instead to try and pass it to a teammate. It went behind the net. Brian Bellows was nearly away there. Very, very quick, frenetic start to the game as Thomas Sandstrom, the main man of the LA Kings, fires off a shot. Kurt Muller very nearly scoring. Barrasso in the Kings goal, keeping that out. 9 minutes 21 remaining on the clock in the first period, and it's been quite the start here. No goals as of yet. Sandstrom brought down under pressure as Kurt Muller comes away with it, looks for options, decides to go himself. It's 1-0. Fantastic breakaway from the Canadiens. It's Kurt Muller assisted by Bellows and Schneider. It's the same old story, but boy does it look good. It's 1-0 to the Canadiens. Just the start that the Kings did not want. Both teams started in a breakneck speed. But funnily enough, it's the first time that the referee has got involved today. 6 minutes 7 seconds left on the clock, the first period. And it's Desjardins going into the penalty box for 2 minutes. Got saved by Patrick Roy, and I think he's getting involved again. 3 players against 5 now in the Kings' favour. But there's not much pressure on the puck, as you can see here, number 43. He spent about 5 seconds staying in the same spot before he was even challenged there. And it's an offside, not good for the Kings. They should be avoiding that. There's a lot of space out there on the ice for them. They need to be exploiting it better than that. Surely that's not against me. It is. Well, is the referee taking bribes here? 3 players in the penalty box. It is going to be quite a long time, unless the Kings score, until we have a full complement of players back out there on the ice. This isn't helping me right now. Oh, there we go. Back up to forward, but there's still 2 players in the penalty box. Oh my lord, this is so stop-start now. There's 3 again. Matt Schneider's going in. That referee definitely taking bribes. This isn't a great game. The first game of the final series was fantastic. 8 goals. This game could well have a lot of goals in it by the end, but right now, it's all about the referee. Is the ice hockey equivalent of Howard Webb, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, number 28. Unexpected breakaway, but he gets taken out. Number 12 gets taken out as well. Great body checks from the Kings there. Showing a bit of urgency at least, in some way or another. Number 12. Ooh, had a chance of a backhand shot there. Both teams now starting to heat up. The game's speeding up. Slowed down after a very quick initial 2 minutes. Another player out of the penalty box for Montreal. But I think there might still be 2 in there. Oh, there we go. It happens so quickly, ladies and gentlemen. We're back up to 5 players out on the ice. Good save there from the Kings goaltender. Oh, brilliant from number 27. Not sure who he is. Not seen him too many times during this series. Just over 20 seconds remaining in the first period, and what a time to score for the Canadians. It's Keane with the goal. That does change it all up. It really does. It changes the mindset of both teams heading into the second period. It makes it just that bit more difficult for the Kings to believe they can truly get back in this, and gives the Canadians a little bit of a cushion. 2-0. And that's it. It's the end of the first period. Well, a blistering start, then it became very scrappy. The referee was taking the mick, to be perfectly honest, ladies and gentlemen. I think about 5 or 6 of our players separately went into the penalty box. And then we scored a second. The period ended with some good hockey as well. Let's see what is in store for us in the second period. Wayne Gretzky. Number 25, Vincent Damphousse. Save from Barrasso in the Kings' goal. It's offside from the great Wayne Gretzky. Oof, what a goal that would have been. Of course, the Montreal Canadiens haven't dropped a single game from the second round onwards. Second round, quarter-final, semi-final, and then we're in the final. They haven't lost a single game, and I'm pretty sure, knowing how hockey is, that that's never happened before. Who knows though, it might have back in the old days, like, you know, before the 1950s. Have you seen any old ice hockey footage from back in the day? It's quite interesting to see. Quite amusing to see, really, how it used to be back then. But yeah, I'd be interested to know if the team's ever won the Stanley Cup without losing a game in the playoffs. Probably not. A lot of rotation is needed, you see, in ice hockey, because they play 3 or 4 games a week, and when you consider how big America and Canada are, it's a tough sport. Oh, and that should have been a goal for number 47 on the one-timer, but he didn't quite hit it. I know the Kings are attacking. I can't remember the last time the Kings had a shot. No sustained pressure either. But whilst the cushion is only at 2 for the Canadians, this game is still there for them to get back into. Both teams attacking now at will, and that is an interference, I think. Stéphane Lemieux, number 47. He's been a good player for us in this tournament so far. Obviously, I'd say he is Kirk Muller's main understudy, but he's played a big part and scored some important goals. Fair play to him. Here is Kirk Muller playing from the left now, whilst Montreal are down to 4 players. It's going to be very interesting to see the total amount of power play that the Kings have had during this match after it finishes, because I suspect it's going to be a hell of a lot. 48 over the top of the net again. Hook behind the net now. Number 24 brings it out to number 28, 21, 47. Great passing. Montreal really getting into the stride now. LA struggling. Fans getting a little bit peeved at what they're seeing out there on the ice. And all in the knowledge that the Canadians have by far been the best team in the Stanley Cup this season. What about that from Mr. Brian Bellows? Oh, and I love that. Kurt Muller smashes a player against the boards, but there's something I like in this goal. First of all, that is quite simply one of the hardest body checks I've ever seen on the game from Mr. Brian Bellows. But what I like here is, if you watch the puck, I played this game since I was like 6 years old, so I know what I'm talking about. The puck kind of bounces up, and he just, like he's setting himself up for a volley. That is class. That is so cool. Love that. Love that, man. Yeah. Kurt Muller, one of my favourite goals of the tournament. And it is 3-0 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the second period, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? This game is very nearly over. That could have been 4. Hey up, the referee's getting involved. And he has finally sent a LA player to the penalty box. I think a few Hollywood stars have been paying the referee big bucks to bribe him. Or to fix the game, I should say. You know what I'm saying. But it ain't working. And can anyone realistically see the LA Kings getting back in this match? Started out a close match, but now the referees decided to punish LA players put them into the penalty box as well. And as such, Montreal have got a third goal. They're playing some sensational hockey, and that goal from Kurt Muller in that second period was absolutely fantastic. Looks like Montreal are going to be 2-0 up in the series, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, let's play the third and final period. Oh, defenseman from nowhere. The referee getting involved yet again. Another penalty. Slashing. Breeze boys. Ah, it's a penalty shot. That's interesting in ice hockey. I don't know if that's the case in real life, but the player who is fouled seems to always be the one who has to take the shot. That's an interesting concept. That is interesting. Imagine if that was the case in football. Like, defender, gets fouled, then he has to take the penalty. It's quite interesting, that. But I guess at the end of the day, you give a penalty away, you're meant to be penalised in the most brutal of fashion. A spot kick taker who's a specialist. And in ice hockey, that's not the case. It might be a defenseman. It was Zitnik, though, when he's the penalty box who was taken, and he's probably, pretty bad at shooting. If you get what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, this referee is taking the mick. He really is, man. Number 22. He's taking the mick out of the Canadiens' defence with that puck dribbling skills. 24. Oh my lord, this guy is slow. He is so slow. Let's score with him. Who the hell is he? Concrete boots, man. 24 on 24. Tell the Kings have improved now. It's too little too late though. That could have been 4. It hit the side net instead. Noticed on this game that the CPU do improve in the third period. If they played like that in the first and second period, they might beat me. Kevin Haller. Now, I think this is like, what? Hold on. My 14th, I might be wrong, but I think my 14th video altogether, and that's the first time I've heard his name mentioned, seen his name. That's crazy. Second time that's happened in the side net, but Vincent Damphousse isn't hitting the side net. He's scoring a goal. It is 4, ladies and gentlemen. No assist on that goal, none needed. But this game is well and truly over now. Ryan Bellows plays it square to Vincent Damphousse and then to Kurt Muller. It's a penalty. The referee hasn't got involved for a few minutes. He's walking up though. Kurt Muller for an interference. Well, I made a joke a few videos ago about Kurt Muller in the penalty box, slippers on, smoking a cigar. I think that's the case yet again. It's been another tremendous performance. Just over 2 minutes to go now in this third and final period for the Kings to try and get a goal and avoid a shutout. Avoid a shutout from the Montreal Canadiens, and they have managed it. Granato, pretty good player. I know that from when I was playing as the Kings on this game a few weeks ago, but nevertheless, it is yet another catastrophe from the Montreal Canadiens. They concede a few goals like that here and there, but that is because they play with the style that they do. It means that every so often they concede a goal, but thankfully for them, they're already 4 goals up, no 3 goals up, so it doesn't matter. That penalty doesn't count now. Vincent Damphousse with his second, Schneider with his third assist, and Lyle Odeline. First account of my yodeling today. Thought it wasn't going to happen today, but yeah, it certainly has. Go down in bloody folklore, that yodeling. Telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is over. Matt Schneider, the star of the game. He's a defenceman, but yeah, star of the game nevertheless. Kurt Muller and Vincent Damphousse. How many times have we seen them two together in the stars of the game? Box there. Absolutely unbelievable. Deadly duo. Muller got 2, Damphousse got 2, Keane got 1. He's chipped in with a few goals, Keane lately as well. 5 goals to 1, the last game was 6-2, so he had yet again a cushion of 4 goals. 30 shots of 20, we did genuinely dominate this game more. Look at the power play, a hell of a lot. They had a more power play than us, but they certainly didn't capitalise on it. We just about won the face-offs. More attack zone time. 6% better they were on the passing. That is standard. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 up in the final. All we have to do now is win 2 consecutive games at home to the LA Kings. We win the Stanley Cup and the series will be over. So, won't you join me for the next video? It could be the penultimate, the second to last video in the Montreal Canadiens NHL 94 series. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.